Howdy folks, Kirk and Jay here with Kirk, Giordano Plastering. Today we're doing this little patch right here, but I thought I'd ask you guys a question. Can you see this patch over here? Because the owner, he come to me, he said, Kirk, can you do a better patch than what they did? And I said, I think so. And he says, well, what are you going to do differently? I said, well, I'm going to use less effort. I'm going to use skill instead of too much effort. Now, when I say too much effort, what do these guys do here? I'll show you the outline. You just follow the crack. It goes here, here, and up. You got a crack because the wire is not crisscrossed. By the way, guys, you got to have 3 inches of paper wire. That's so you don't get a hairline crack, and paper so you can tie it in. But what they did is too much work. And what I just looked at it for a second and I said, okay, what you have, this is called an old dash. It was dashed about 80 years ago. And with, you figure every 10 years they painted it. So it probably got about, at least 30 paint jobs, prime and paint. So it softened it. So what we did is we put, instead of Felton or Oli sand, we went to a yard and got some different sand, heavy sand. But I want to point this out one more time. Okay, what they did is they did the scratch coat, the brown coat. They let that cure. Then they came back and they did a color finish with, say, La Habra 2030. And they did extra work. Now that extra work, did that amount to anything? Not really. It made it more of an eyesore. You could see it. And it's some places around the house. Anyway, I told him, what we'll do is less work. What do you mean less work? I said, well, we're going to do less work, meaning I'm just going to apply the scratch coat and the brown coat. I'm going to rod it, and then we're going to float it. The only difference is I'm not going to go to my material yard. I'm going to go to a sand and gravel yard. So we got a heavier sand. And what I just did is we put 2 layers of stucco on it. I put it on, darbied it. Darbied it just means you make the wall true and plumb if you can. Then what we do is we bring the aggregate out, the sand. Now, up there we set scaffold here. We already did the top. So that's harder than this. This is kind of soft because we moved all the scaffold. Now we did this. How hard is this? I'm going to show you guys how you can tell the stucco. Okay, down here it's wet because I just put it on. Who's the best? Kirk is. Okay, it's supposed to be a little harder up here. And I'm pressing a lot harder there. You see the difference. That was a half hour before this one here. Then we're double coating everything. So here's the trick, guys. Or not a trick, it's just common sense, guys. Now this right here, we waited. Actually, we're going to start this and show you from start to finish, but we waited till the sun come on it so you could see it more. Okay, once again, guys, the dash finish has been painted 20 to 30 times. It's soft in that dash finish. So what we do is we use a heavier sand, and now we take a sponge float. And what we want to do is bring the sand out like this. If we dash this, it's going to be way heavier. It's going to be worse than that over there. So I'm not going to dash this. There's a dash brush right there. That means you make soupy mud and you throw it on. But if I did that, it won't match. And if I did what they did, it won't match. Will this match on the money? Not really, but it's going to be better than that, and it's going to be better than if it was a dash finish. Here's what you do, guys. Get some water on this guy here. And now you want to take the new into the existing, just like so. And by the way, guys, if you have any questions, say you want to talk live talk, go to my buddy's channel, not mine. Go to my buddy's channel, Eric. Ask the Plasterer, A-S-K, Ask the Plasterer. Now, Eric's in the UK, and he has a weekly show that you ask him a question, and he'll tell you how to do it. Eric's got he's got a lot of time in. He's from the UK, and those guys know their plaster. So, again, if you have any questions, ask them. While we're on the subject of Eric used to do a lot of bodybuilding. I was just putting this on, and I thought, it kind of reminded me of Eric. Why? Because I'm putting the scratch coat on, I'm putting the brown coat on, and if you play with it, you break the packs. Like in bodybuilding, if you got a lot of big muscles and you try to do stucco for a living, guess what? You're not going to have all those big muscles. I use my muscles that I develop. Say if I wasn't doing stucco, and I'm working out, lifting weights. Now all those so-called muscles, I'm going to burn up in 2 weeks because I keep doing this, and this takes the muscle as storage and it burns it up. That's why you don't see no muscular plasters. Cut up plasters, yes, where we're strong, but we are not muscular. Never seen well, Eric is oh, that's a perfect example. I busted the pack. Okay, I'm gonna let that set for about another 15 minutes because I'm moving too fast here. I'm going to take this water right here and show you one more time, guys. If you break the packs, like in bodybuilding, all these guys, they don't run because they don't want to break all those muscle packs. Okay, get off of that, Kirk. Let's get back on to what we're doing. A lot of water, bring that sand out. And the difference is when you're doing this, you don't want to have a whole lot of float lines because they don't have any float lines. They just have a dash finish. So I'm going to pull my own little who's the best off. And you see that? And when your float gets too full of sand and cement, tap it, tap the side, flip it, tap it, tap it. You can do it like this if you want. Then you just pull it up, get all of the float lines out. Anyway, in the description, I'm going to put Eric's link so you guys can call him. And he sits at a pub and he answers a lot of questions. Anyway, my name is Kirk. We thank you for watching. Jason on the camera. We'll see you guys on the next one.
All right, folks, we want to thank you for watching how we do things in the stucco and plastering world. We really enjoy your questions and comments, so if there's anything you want to learn about that we can show you, please let us know in the comments. And as always, from the entire Giordano family,
we'll see you on the next one.